Hey everybody, it's Reborns. I am here to do a little tutorial on packing up your Reborns if you are moving. So I've got a bunch of my Reborns already packed and ready to go here. So basically what I decided to do was the safest thing for them would be, first of all, to put them in some sort of protective clothing. And to me, the best sort of protective clothing is a sleeper. Especially if the sleeper comes with a hat. So I've been dressing all my Reborns in a sleeper, and you can see Pan is here in his little moose sleeper. And then basically to wrap them up as if I were wrapping them to ship them. So they're each wrapped in their own individual blanket. And there is a blanket at the bottom. And I'm also going to be putting a blanket over the top. And I have been putting a few toys in between them in little nooks and crannies where I can fit them to pack them tightly and closely together. So I just wanted to show you how I'm doing that. The size of the container that I'm using, you can't be too big because of course your Reborns are quite heavy, but this is a hefty high-rise. It's a 63 quart, and hang on here, the dimensions are 36 inches wide by 16 inches deep and almost 8 inches in height. So basically what I did to get those, to find the right measurements, is I measured the size of a large two-day priority mail box, because that's usually what I ship my Reborns in. And I've got 4 in there so far. So hopefully you can get a little better look at Pan. He's got a little moose on his sleeper. It's so cute. Luckily I have plenty of receiving blankets for everybody. So that's not a problem. I am a little nervous about Pan and his horns. So anyway, I don't know if you can tell that I'm really wrapping him up tightly and making sure that those hands are not wrapped together so they're not rubbing against each other. And that's basically how I pack my babies for shipment anyway. And I have enough to cover his head. So now I'm going to, let's see, what direction am I going to put him in? I'm going to put him in this direction. And he fits very, very well. And then I do have a space here, and I grabbed a couple of things. I grabbed a stuffed animal that I could put in that spot, and that would be a good spot. I also grabbed Juniper to see if maybe she would be a good fit in that spot. And I think she is going to be a good fit in that spot. So I'm just going to cover her face. Just going to kind of leave her like that. And then I have a blanket here that I'm going to use to cover over the top of them. And one of the reasons that I chose this hefty design is because the lid, I don't know if you can tell, but the lid is, let's see, the lid is kind of a raised lid. Make sure that Junie is covered there. And it has 2 locking mechanisms on the 2 sides. And just like when you ship them, you want it to be a snug fit. You don't want a lot of moving around in there. And so that's how I'm packing my newborn Reborns for their journey to a new place. Thanks for tuning in. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.